What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we are going to be covering the first tall tale in a pirate's life, coincidentally named A Pirate's Life. So, in this guide, guys, we're going to be covering a number of things. We're going to be covering all commendations, strange shores, tales of the dead, waiting for eternity, raising the dead, treasure of the dead, a powerful thirst, ship of thieves, secret of the grave, the prisoner, a pirate's life, tales of the damned, the crew of the headless monkey, and mist and memory should all be covered in this one video. So we've got a lot to get on with, you land lovers. Let's set sail right now. Right then, guys, so after you found the castaway on any outpost, head on over to her wall where you claim her tall tales. Pick up the first one, A Pirate's Life, and it is going to give you this beautiful book that you can have a little read through, have a little flick through, and basically we are then going to be setting sail. Very, very easy. See that picture? Big green light over there. We are going to sail over towards it. So I'll see you over there. As we're sailing over there, we want to just head straight in between them rocks into the green light, and I'm pretty sure a cutscene will take control of the boat. As far as what you want stacked up on your boat, to be honest, not an awful lot is needed whatsoever. Obviously, if you've got some food on you, it never helps, especially if you're going to fall down on some of the jumps a little bit later on. Having a bit of grub on you is never a bad shout. But as far as like worrying about buying extra cannonballs or anything like that, I genuinely wouldn't worry about it at all. So I think I've positioned this. There we go. Cutscene takes over anyway, and we sail on through. Now, I've got to be honest, I don't think Sea of Thieves get anywhere near, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I don't think Sea of Thieves get anywhere near the credit they deserve for some of these quests. Even though, let's be fair, A Pirate's Life has been very, very buggy. Hopefully, we see some hot fixes soon. This one, however, has been pretty decent, and yeah. So anyway, right, the ghostly parrot's going to pop on up. Nothing to do here, and to be honest, there's nothing to do until we can dock. So I'll see you once we've docked. So once on to strange shores, this is where you take control of the boat again. And ideally, I think there's a hidden wall on the right-hand side that you can't actually progress through. But what I've done here was aim for the birds on the left-hand side. Normally, when the birds are there, they circle some form of loot. So if you ever see birds, it's best to try and position your ship towards them. Head on over to your left-hand side, and we're going to dock on this island as soon as possible. You've got to the island, to be honest, you can park it far away, you can park it right up on the beach, you can do whatever you want. You're probably not going to need your ship again at all, so leave it literally wherever you can, and then we are just going to be following the island round and hopefully finding our way to the top. So now that we're on land, keep on running, and I believe we've got no compass or anything like that to guide our way. It is literally just going the only way that you can. Pretty much straight down the beach, then chucking a left when you see this this shipwreck, followed by the statue directly in front of him. Run on over, there's nothing you can do with him, but he looks super cool. And then we proceed to go on up. So through the cave system, and we are going to be finding a place that we can break out our lantern. And as you can see, we've got a normal light here, a normal flame. We don't need the normal flame. We want to take the flame of souls, because that is what it's all about, baby. What I'm going to do is probably kill the in-game audio and put some music over the top, just so it makes life a little bit easier. So, a dead man telling no tales, they enough talk a bloody lot. Right, then you want to go over to these two lanterns here and light them. Basically, anytime you see lanterns in the hands of skeletons, this is what the plan is going to be. We're going to light them up so we can progress forward. Now, there's no collectibles early doors. There's nothing like that we need to be looking for within this first series of tunnels. The first set of journals that we're going to be looking for is actually when we get past this segment. So, run around, moving the hand off this one, lighting these lanterns up, and this will proceed. There's a third lantern. I can't remember for the life of me. Was it back here? I think it might have been. There we go, just there on the back. Super tricky one to spot that. And then you're going to get these ghostly figures appear, which you can follow down into the cave. Right, moving on fairly quickly because we don't want to be at this all bloody day. And again, loads more scenes to interact with, and definitely well worth a look when you can. Moving on down, I just scanned that area double quick just to make sure there wasn't anything that I was missing there. Just in case I didn't want to miss a journal for you guys or anything like that. There's actually going to be a lot of journals and a lot of commendations that you can get on this Pirates one a little bit later on. So we're going to be following the path around, and there's going to be a few jumps and whatnot, and a few little puzzles, nothing too crazy. Now, with this waterfall, once you see this waterfall on your left-hand side, you're going to want to go through it and follow it round to pick up this ore handle. This is going to be essential to solving the next puzzle. So from the waterfall, you go back through to the main area, follow the ramp up all the way to the top, and then this is where we're going to use this, repairing it, use the lever. Bosh. Now, I've not been aware of any glitches with this quest, but if you do experience any, please do me a favor, guys. Leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to know what problems people are facing. I think the second of the tall towers is still by far the buggiest, but if you are getting any problems with this, let me know down in the comments below, because I'd love to try and find workarounds for people that are having problems with it. So we're going to jump over these platforms, go over towards the middle, and then we've got to make this jump. Now, you can do a bit of a running jump. I think you might just be able to jump straight across, but hey, a running jump's certainly not going to hurt. And then at this point, do not be a muppet and do not go straight off that edge. Follow it round to the right-hand side. On my first attempt at this, I was a muppet. I went straight off the edge, and I had to double back and do all of that again. So don't be a muppet. Simples. All right, going on through the cave system, and now we're going to get to some poly anchor type puzzles. So we're going to raise the anchor, which is going to hopefully lower that drawbridge next to us, and very much like a Kaplunk style maze where we're going to start working around. Basically, anytime there's a pulley system, you got the idea, we're going to have to use it, right? Level that up all the way to the top, and we're going to run, jump over to the next one. Now, none of these barrels at this point are lootable. I think some of the barrels a little bit later on are, but to be fair, you don't really need that many resources at this point. So, just in case we can light that, always worth a check, as I say, always worth a check. Now, you're going to need some form of gun on you at this point to make sure that we can do this next area. Now, there's a lantern that we need to light just there. And once that's lit, we're going to have a ghostly boat come on down. So, I'll skip to that point. My bad, guys. Actually, once you're on your way down here, there is actually a lantern on the left-hand side before you get to the pulley system that you're going to need to light up here. Now, you can do this before or after. It's not a big issue. As you can see, I've actually come back over this way and done it afterwards. But you need to get this boat to trigger. It's not going to be your gun that shoots the thing. It's actually going to be these guys here. So you are going to need to come back, double back on yourself a little bit, and then light that lantern there, and then proceed forward. So once that has been shot down, you will be able to proceed to the next area. Now we are getting towards the collectible stage, where it does start getting an awful, well, I'd say an awful, just it does start getting a little bit trickier, right? So we're going to go through all of here. All of that bloody treasure. It would be lovely if we could loot. Just a couple of quid, right? Just a couple. I've got some Dark Adventurers sales to pay for. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. On that note, if anyone wants to lend me 17.5 million, I'd appreciate it. Right. Keep on going forward. Keep on going up. Nothing to really see down there, unfortunately. And we are going to get to the next area after this little jumping platform, and keep on progressing down. It's all fairly linear, to be fair, this first stage of the puzzle. There's nothing really that's going to be super confusing. You're going to want a sword here to cut that rope. You can change to a sword here if you haven't already got so, and keep that sword on you, because there's going to be a few bits and pieces that you're going to want to use it. Down here, there's absolutely nothing. As you can see, you start walking super slowly in the mist. But there is actually now down here. I don't know why I've come down here, so I'll see you back up at the top. I don't know why I do it to myself, guys, but sometimes I just like to double check that nothing's down there. So we're going to go over to this pulley system and pull it all the way over to us. You want to make sure this goes all the way over to you because it is going to still move and slowly go back to its original position. So we're going to want to line ourselves up for this type of jump and then jump on over as and when you can. Don't leave it too late, but you don't need to do it too quickly either. Again, broken rope on the right hand side. Use the sword swing, bosh, and jump on over and progress further down. So the little, this could be really cool in a ride, right? Like, definitely. I can see this being in like the new Disney ride or something. Anyway, moving on down. Chucking a right. Going all the way down to, I've lost my path, There we go. Keep on following the road and we're going to basically come to the pirate town. Now, on the left-hand side where the beacons are lit, you want to come up here and light this brazier for the doors to open and gain us access to it. I don't think this is Tortuga, but it could be. It's pretty cool anyway. So once this door comes down, I'm pretty sure, just want to double check that we've got everything lit for it. Ah, there we go. So once you've lit the brazier, it's just going to take a few seconds to catch up, basically. And we're going to move in to the Pirate's Life City, whatever this is. Now, there's going to be a few different bits and pieces that you're going to want to have a look for in here. There's actually a lot to do in this area. So the first job is to free the captain. And once we've done that, then we're going to go and find the journals. We're going to find the commendations and everything like that. So let's free the captain first. Once you're underneath the captain, he is going to be screaming out to you and saying, "Oi, get me bloody down from here," which is fair enough. Don't want to be stuck up there forever. The cursed captain, and we are going to have to find a way to get up there. So first and foremost is we're going to chuck a left up the stairs, go up here, and there's going to be basically a series of puzzles that we're going to have to complete to free him up. So follow up to the ship. From the ship, go across the mast, the broken down mast, towards the ruined ship. Again, all the way across these ships, jump down into this bit, and then swim around to your left-hand side. Try to avoid taking damage if you can. It's not the end of the world, but try and avoid taking damage. Swim up from underneath this, go through the cave system. And feel free to play this back, guys, if I'm going too quick or anything like that. Once you get to the pulley system, you want to hold down on your keypad or S on keyboard and mouse. Raise this all the way up to the top. Make sure it clicks in. I think it stays no matter where you leave it, but better safe than sorry, right? More gold through there. You need a key, so we're going to try and find all of these keys because there's an actual lot to do in this area. All right, use this pulley system. And again, we want to take this all the way up so we can do we can jump across to it, and that should be okay. I think it actually just stopped dead there anyway, so we were good as gold. Right, on this next pulley system on the right hand side, we are going to be using both of these to jump this very, very large gap. So you want to make sure that both of them are in a comfortable jumping distance for you. So I think that's about right for me. There we go. Ooh, baby, it was a little bit close. I might have done that a little bit nearer, to be honest. And then on the left-hand side, we're going to be on top of the cursed captain in just a second. Now, with this pulley system here, again, you can maneuver it around. Basically, doubles up for that one. But up on top. So at this last bit, you want to make sure, guys, that you jump over to this bit or you will fall down. Put my hands up. I just fell down. I had to run all the way back up it. So basically from there, drop him down, and there I just saw requires lantern to light. I don't know what that bit there was. Maybe you could burn the rope. I don't know. But yeah, hit that, and then we're going to go down and see the old pirate captain. There's loads of ways down from here. The safest option may well be across this way and jump down this way without taking any damage, or could just jump down off the top, take a tiny bit of damage, not a big deal. From that, he's going to ask you to get a key. So go find this bloody key. We're going to go in to the tavern, which is literally just in front of him, into the big shipwreck and we're going to come up there. You can see the key actually hanging off the chandeliers while all these boys are having a bit of a party forever. I like their style. Now, to start with, we're going to go right up to the top, ignore the pulley system, and we're going to get the first journal. Light the candle as well. We're going to get the first journal. So, light the candle, and we are going to get the first journal just behind us, up here on the table. Bosh! The Hall of a Lifetime by the Cursed Captain. Once you've done that, you want to come back down to the main ship, and we're going to use this pulley system to release the light all the way down to the bottom, and we are going to grab that. Now, why we lit this candle up here is to actually show that X on the map. We're going to need that for when we find Dougie, and we're going to go find Dougie after we unlock the captain. So, let's go down, grab the key. Try not to get this too confusing, because there's a lot of like little side bits that we're going to want to do to unlock a lot of commendations as we go there. So we're going to use the key, unlock him there, and Ian are going to be great. But let's go grab Dougie first. So from the captain's side, I want you to face the lighthouse. We're going to run towards the lighthouse, and once we get towards there, we're going to see this gold directly in front of the lighthouse. We're going to follow the gold round to the left-hand side, all the way down, following it round underneath here, as you can see, and there's a shovel randomly laying there. So let's dig here. I was hoping to find treasure. Unfortunately, we found Dougie instead, but it's a commendation for you. GG. Once you've dug up Dougie, you're going to light his lantern, reanimate him. He's going to half moan some. I like this guy a lot. He moans more than me. Then we're going to take his key and go find his treasure. Right, so back at our reset point, which is always going to be next to the head of the Cursed Captain, you're going to look across and see the ships that have it's been broken in half, but still connected with its mast at the top. Now, this is where our next room is. So we're going to go around here to the left-hand side, follow this road, and we're going to have a little, well, follow this road. It's hardly a road, is it? Follow this little trail, and we're going to come to this door here where we're going to open it, go inside, and we're going to need to get our lantern out because there's going to be a few things that we need to light first as well. But there's going to be a pulley system which is going to help us open the curtains above the bed and have a little look. Move the old skeleton. Now, unfortunately, if you just move the skeleton arm, there's not much you can do with it, right? So we need to go and light the lanterns above. So once you've come into this room and you've moved the curtains, we're going to go upstairs and we're going to light 1, 2, and then the third torch round the back here. Once you've done that, head back downstairs and you're going to move the skeleton arm, and there we go. That is the X marks the spot. That is where Dougie's treasure is buried. Before we go and grab that, however, we're going to jump across the bed and grab this next journal, Descent in the Ranks by the Cursed Captain. Right, let's go find Dougie's treasure. Right, Dougie's treasure. As you can see, I had an absolute nightmare finding this. I nearly dug up half the bloody island. So, you find this rock literally just in front of this rock, maybe 2 paces backwards. This is Dougie's treasure here. Get your shovel out. Let's grab this, and then we're going to take it back over to Dougie. Once you've got back over to Dougie, just hand it on over, my friend, and that is a commendation treasure for the dead unlocked. And look how happy old Dougie is. Look how happy he is. Right, let's move on to the next bit. This is going to be a powerful thirst, and I'll meet you back at the reset point. Now, as I don't want to carry this around with me absolutely everywhere I go, I'm going to leave Dougie's medallion right next to the Cursed Captain, and we are going to basically go back up to where the pulley system was a little bit earlier, and we're going to find the potion for, well, the rum, really. So there's a number of ways you can get up here. Again, we'll probably just go this way, up to the top, round, and get towards the pulley system that we had to unlock the Cursed Captain earlier. There are easier ways to do this. There are quicker ways to do this. This was just the one that was, I don't know, next to me. So I figured while I'm doing the video, I can't be bothered to keep on pausing, unpausing, whatnot, and just crack on from there. So we're going to go down into here, wash, swim around. As I say, you can actually get to this part from the island below. So, Didn't really need to do this, but once we hit the pulley system here, we're going to raise it on up all the way to the top. Now, if you remember the two that we had to jump across, if you pull them in a different way, a slightly different way, which is from here over there. So instead of that being the nearest one to you, make this the one that you jump to. Then we're going to jump to this one. You can use that pulley system or that pulley system, makes no difference. And then we're going to jump into this cave just here, and we are going to find the Captain's Bones special recipe. Grab hold of that for the rum. Right, now back to the reset point. We're going to head back towards the tavern, but instead of going to the tavern, we're going to chuck a left and go into here. Now, before we do anything else, we're going to drop that on the floor. We are going to grab the next journal off the edge of the map on the left-hand side on the table. Lovely of the jubblies. And then we're going to light the lantern next to these boys playing chess. So, light the lantern next to these guys playing chess and let them play on in, baby. Let them play on in. Right, once he's run out of rum, you know what to do. Grab the old special bones and refill his tankard. Let him carry on playing because they and I've got a powerful thirst. Back to the reset point. Off, we are going to need both the medallion and the cursed captain. So we're going to run over here. We're going to use the medallion to buy into the game, and the cursed captain's going to play the game. So let's go grab the old cursed captain's head, because that's what he wants to do, just randomly get whacked on different bodies and whatnot. Poor bastard. Right, so run him on over here, and cursed captain required. We've got the cursed captain in their bloody hand. Right. Let him finish talking, and then we'll crack on. All right, once he's finished talking, you can place Dougie's medallion down on the table. Then place the cursed captain's head down, and they are going to play some chess. And you know the captain's the captain for a reason. Once the captain's done what only the captain can do, we're going to grab the key, and we're going to go back to that room where it was locked beforehand with the treasure. Number of ways over there. We're probably going to try and go up the simplest way, which is over here to the left-hand side, I believe. Get up the old pulley system, like so. All the way to the top. And then that room where the treasure was, we are now going to be able to unlock because the captain has just won the key for us. Now, all of that is going to allow us to collect even more journals a little bit later on as well. So it's super, super important to get all these commendations done, because now we can go grab this gold. It's not a huge amount of gold, but hey, a couple of quid is a couple of quid is a couple of quid. Right, now we've got the cursed captain back. We are back at the reset point. We are going to now head over towards the lighthouse and hop, skip, and a jump over here, whatever way you need to. Whichever way you want to get on over here, but we've got to get on over to the lighthouse. And he is going to start yelling. Oh, I've gone the wrong bloody way. There we go. Try and go the right way if possible. He is going to start yelling at his men to make sure they get the bloody bridge raised. Once the bridge is raised, take the cursed captain all the way to the top, but keep your eyes out for the next journal. It's going to be at the top of this lighthouse. Oh, once you're at the top of the lighthouse, you are going to see where you're going to place the captain over there, but on the right-hand side on the bookshelf, strange yet familiar, your next journal. Once he's finished talking, whack his head down on there, and now we're going to climb up towards the top. And we're going to have to do a little bit of messing around with the old lighthouse. So get your light out, and we're going to first have to light this beacon here. Unfortunately, you can't do anything while he's still talking, so it's a bit of a pain that you are going to have to wait for all the dialogue to finish. But once it has, light the beacon, and then we're going to start moving the lighthouse around. So this is to rotate the lighthouse. This is to raise the light up and down. So we're going to need to basically drag the light across all of these different beacons over here. So that's going to be the first one. The second the light touches it, that's going to be okay. So can't remember where all these are, so we're going to have to basically wing it a little bit and wander around. Now that is, I believe, the one for the cursed monkey. We're going to get to that one in a second. So rotate this all the way around to these ones over here. There we go. Now we know we're going to have to pitch this one higher. So we might as well grab that one first. Once the light goes over it, bosh, lovely. And now we're going to raise this one up to the top. Inverted controls, obviously. Right, that was not the one. That was the one that you had to light. So now this is the tall tower progressing. Before we do that, though, we're going to want to turn this around all the way because there's another beacon that we need to light because we need some more bloody journals. We ain't done with these commendations yet, baby. Now, for this next part, guys, I don't even want to talk about how long this took me to suss out how to do it. This is to call in the next ghost ship. Basically, the Cursed Monkey, where we can get a lot more of these journals and commendations. Now, remember the treasure room that we've just been at. We need to complete Dougie's treasure, and the treasure room to get to this point. Then, when you go back to the ship where you had the treasure room, up the pulley system, and you've opened the door, there is going to be a pulley on your right hand side that controls the sails. That controls the sails to that ship there. You're going to want to turn the sails all the way round so you expose that beacon, and that is going to call in the sunken monkey for you. Now remember, it's that ship. You can find it to the right of the pirate ship. That ship directly in front of you. Where the treasure room was, make sure you turn those sails, and then you can call in the sunken monkey. Right, I will see you on the sunken monkey. At our reset point, we're going to head back towards the start of this island, all the way up, and now all of a sudden the braces are lit. We're going to have the bridge already open for us. So on the left hand side, we're going to go across here. This will be locked unless you complete all of the steps that we've already detailed. Coming on down, this is going to be your chest. There are 5 more journals on this one, but lucky enough they're all in the same area. So your first journal, as coming up to the ship, is going to be just behind the main mast, the headless monkey. Up by the helm, you will find your next journal somewhere in the Caribbean, and your headless monkey key. The helm on the front mast, you are going to find raising the mad monkey. Once you've grabbed your mad monkey key, you are going to go down to the captain's quarters. So come off the ship, chuck a right, follow it round to the right hand side, all the way around, and you are going to use it to unlock this door, just so. And in here, we're going to find our next journal, just on the table, Fateful Pursuit. And next to that, on the bookshelf, your last journal, Fresh Waters. That is all of the journals done for the mad monkey. Time to meet back at the reset point. Grab your captain, and in fact, grab your captain, and we're going to meet over by the red sails. After you've got to the ship with the red sails, this door is going to be locked. You're going to plonk the captain's head down on this skeleton here. You're now going to go through some dialogue, and he's going to open the door for you. Once you do that, you go inside, and we're going to basically go all the way to the top of the ship, following it round, and put him on his body. Before we do that, there is going to be our last journal here for the whole area. What a result, I know. So all the way up to his captain's bit, and we're going to want to grab this journal before we put his head down. To be honest, I don't think it's that essential, but while we're here, we may as well grab it. Where is it? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Just on his bookshelf on the right hand side. Lights out on the right hand side. Lovely. Right, now it's time to whack the captain's head down. So once you've got the key from the captain, it is time to jump aboard the back of the ship, unlock the door, and then we're going to jump into the rowboat. Now, I'll put my hands up. This is going to take me a long time to row over. I'm absolutely awful in these rowboats, so I'll see you once we're over the ship. Now I'm going to put my hands up. You cannot swim over here. I'm so bad in these rowboats. I attempted to jump out and just swim over here and board the ship like that. You can't. You've got to come to the back of it, unfortunately. Grab some resources out of the back. It's not essential that you do. And then we are going to proceed to go on round to the ladder, and we're going to free a prisoner in a minute. Now, I don't really get this point, right? Because we've had to sneak on board, yet now we're just okay to crack on and jump in front of him. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. But we're going to go over here and use the lantern over here, and that is going to blow the deck up below hand. So from down here, there's going to be food, bundles of food in these barrels, and you might need it a little bit later on. And there is also bundles of cannonballs over here. Again, you might need it later on. So as we progress, we're going to start lighting up all of the the lanterns as we go, very similar to what we've been doing, making sure that I believe it's both of these guys are shut, if I remember rightly. Both of them are shut. There should be another lantern somewhere. Let's find it. There we go. And that's going to take us even further down. Again, moving on down. And we all know that voice. We all know that voice. So, once you've freed Captain Jack, we'll take it from there. Once you've freed him, it's a very simple case of just following yourself back to the way that you came in. He'll be chatting away as he does, and head back towards the deck. So after he's rambled on for a little bit, and my God, does he ramble on, there is gonna be Davy Jones's ship appearing, the Flying Dutchman. It's time to have a bit of a tear up with Davy Jones. To start with, the cannons are locked. There is ammo on the main mast. The cannons are going to be locked for a little bit, but not for good. Basically, what we're going to be doing is peppering the life out of the Flying Dutchman every opportunity that we get, and fighting with the ads as and well when they board. You need more resources, cannonballs downstairs, fish downstairs, food downstairs, all of that type of good stuff. Just literally stay moving, deal with your fight, and we will progress past the quest. Now, I don't actually have a specific amount of cannonballs that it takes to hit, but just pepper away, really. Just pepper away. I've got to be honest, I reckon even if you don't do any damage to it, it would still probably progress you down the storyline. So as you can see, I've put in about 6 shots, 7 shots to its side, and then as it pops back up, bosh, I'm gonna be on the cannonball, waiting for it to go. I can shoot now, I reckon. Now the weird thing is about this, you don't actually get any hit markers. Now I've noticed this with a lot of the tall tales where there's no hit markers, especially within the pirate's life. So this type of leaves me to believe that it's not about the damage that we do to the ship to stop it going, as it were. But we shall see. Anyway, I'll let you deal with the ads. I'm sure you can deal with them. And remember, food's downstairs, ammo on the main mast. I'll see you in a sec. So that is that tall tale complete, boys and girls. Once you have gone through the, God, I don't know, the, what would you call it? Into the captain's deck where it transports you back to your ship and you're sailing back on the Sea of Thieves. That is the tall tale complete. Hopefully, we have covered absolute bloody everything in Act 1. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, do me a massive favor, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you had any troubles with any of this, if there was anything that you didn't understand, anything you'd like me to cover in more detail, please let me know down below. I'll do my best to get something out as soon as possible. I'm also going to be covering the rest of the tall tales. We've already done number 2. This will be number 1, number 3, and so on. Will come hopefully in the next week or so. So stay tuned for them if you want to see guides for them, and if you want to see guides for other tall tales or anything else Sea of Thieves related, let me know down below. I love making these type of videos, guys. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with your friends. Just because dead men tell no tales don't mean you can't tell your mates about this video. If you want to catch me in person, you can find me over at my live stream. That's www.twitch.tv/Shanksy. Hope to see you over there, guys. But until next time, be smart, be strong, be safe, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Take it easy.